have what, 8, 9, 10, something like that, under 10 hours before the NFL season starts. We're getting ready. We are getting ready. Gonna talk about some bets. We're gonna go through every game. We're gonna talk about leans, fades, must bets, over-unders, totals, lines, player props, all the good shit. All the stuff we want to talk about. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be great. We're ready. Are you ready? I'm ready. We've been waiting for this for what, 2, 3, 4 months? Me personally, at least since the NFL draft, and actually since like the Super Bowl ended. So we're finally here. Wait for some folks to get in the chat, and we will start going through all of the games. Excited, man. Can't wait. Can't wait. I'm going to take a few more slugs of my beer, and then we're going to get going with this. Get started here in a couple minutes, just waiting for a few people to join. Once they join the chat, we are good to go. Every game, totals, props, lines, little bit of fantasy implications just sprinkled on in for you. That's what we want to do. So, first game here, Bengals minus 5.5. On the road against the Browns, over under 48.5. This one opened up at 4.5. Earlier today, I saw that it went to 4.5 for like an hour and then right back to 5.5. So I think if you're going to bet this one, especially if you're going to bet on the Bengals, hit this shit right now because I don't see any world this number going down. I think it's going to get to -7 by kickoff tomorrow. I like the over as well. I think the Browns are primed to make some pretty boneheaded mistakes with Joe Flacco. Pick sixes, all that kind of shit. The Browns are going to be throwing. So I love the Bengals. This one was one of my bets of the week. Bengals minus 5.5. What do you guys have in the chat? Do you like the Bengals? Also, have a little promo going on here. Little promo. We're going to get to the promo. Here it is. First 50 likes. If we get 50 likes and we get 50 subs on this video, I'm giving away a free bet. Free $10 bet. I will Venmo you the money. You tell me what you want to bet on. I will place it for you. No risk, no juice. Boom. That's what we got for you tonight. So we need 50 likes, though, and 50 subscribers. So if we get there, one of you guys is getting a free bet. I'll see who subscribes. I'll see who likes. I will do some type of algorithm to choose the person. So Bengals minus 5.5. Do we like the Bengals minus 5.5? Am I in an island? Because that's my bet of the week, man. Bengals minus 5.5. I don't bet a lot of lines, and this is one that I saw. I know the Bengals' early season struggles has been documented, and it's fact, man. But I also saw the Bengals play their starters like an ungodly amount in the preseason. They look good. Burrow played probably more than any starting quarterback. Their offensive line played. They came out healthy. I think this is a possible 21-point victory. Maybe more, man. I love the alt line. If you want to just sprinkle like $10 on Bengals minus 17, Bengals minus 16.5. I love that. Also, leaning on the over on this one. I also like Joe Flacco's pass attempts. I think it's 38. Maybe it's 35. Either way, whatever the fuck it is. I like Joe Burrow's over as well, but give me Joe Flacco's over in pass attempts. What are you guys thinking about this game? I'm going to move on to the Giants, though, and I'll read your comments as I go. So, Giants +6. This one opened at 7.5 a couple months ago. I think the Giants look pretty feisty in preseason. I think everyone is starting to realize their defense is professional. And Russell Wilson, yeah, he's bad, but Washington had some drama, man, in the preseason. They didn't play a lot of their guys. I think Daniels played one series, and McLaurin held out. Debo's never played with Jaden Daniels. They traded Brian Robinson Jr. So I am all about the Giants +6. I think this is a money bet. Giants +6. I think the under is also a very, very smart bet. Under 45.5. What are your guys' thoughts? Give me your thoughts on the Bengals. Give me your thoughts on the Giants. I'm taking two road teams to start off. This is too many points, man. I think this is a field goal game. I think some value could be had at Giants +225 on the money line as well. That could be savvy bet, man. I know it's the Giants. They're a laughing stock. They suck. I don't care, man. Give me the Giants +6. I think this is a prime spot for a letdown for Washington. I think Washington is going to have a rough time this year. I think that they are a prime 0-2, huh? So you want Timothy Ford wants to take the Browns and the points, and then the Commanders -6. So let's look at these two games combined. Do we think the Browns are better than the Giants, or the Giants are better than the Browns? Because I can guarantee you the Giants are a better team than the Browns. They have one of the best units in football. Their front seven, specifically their 5 pass rushers. They have 5. They're going to rotate them in and out and be healthy. So, okay, yeah. Ford says divisional dogs hit 70% week 1. I understand that. And the Bengals also have been awful in early season matchups. But this is like a beyond analytic play for me. It's the fact that the Bengals have a top 5 offense. The Browns have nothing to play for. Joe Flacco, yes, great with the Browns in 23. Last year with the Colts was fucking horrendous, dude. 2 picks a game. Bad. Old. He's 40 years old. So we're going to take 5.5 points and lay that on a 40-year-old quarterback against Joe Burrow and the hungriest of teams. A team that knows that they need to win, and they're not about to just be satisfied up by 7 or 10 points. They're going to not want fluky shit to happen. That's my take on the Bengals. In terms of the Giants, I think the Giants defense is just too much. And I feel like they're not going to get blown out very much at all this year. Russell Wilson's a great game manager. And Malik Neighbors is probably the best player in the game besides Jaden Daniels, in this game at least. So I also love the under in the Commanders game. Dolphins are the play. Man, we're going to get to that in a minute. The Dolphins seem juicy. The Colts, I'll read the stat. The Colts have not won an opening day game since 2014. That is, I think they're 0-11-1. They have a tie. They tied a game, but they have not won a game since 2014 on opening day. So, thoughts on Giants, thoughts on Bengals. We know Timothy Ford's thoughts, but no defense, buddy. Yeah, the Bengals, but you don't need a good defense when you're against Joe Flacco. So, play is Colts, Patriots, and Packers. Colts, Patriots, and Packers. Man, see, I actually kind of like the Raiders in that game. I know it's only +2.5, but the Pats have just been steamed up, dude, and we just don't know. Diggs has not played yet, not played a snap. We don't know. We're going to move on to the Cardinals. This is another one that I think seems obvious. They're begging you to bet the Cardinals in this game, and that's a little spooky to me. These first 3 games are all very similar, right? It's 3 of the worst teams in football, 3 of the top 5 worst teams in football in terms of projected win totals against Commanders, who are 9.5 win total team. Bengals 9.5. Cardinals are, I think, 7.5 or 8. Going 0-10, you're giving in La La Lands. Well, thanks, Ford. You know, we like positive comments, and I'm not one of those dudes that is going to boot you for being a dick. And I'm not going to be a dick back. None of us know. You could say that the Bengals are going to. You think the Bengals are going to lose the game, Ford? Tim, do you think the Bengals are going to lose this game -5.5? Do you think they're going to win by 3? What are you predicting here? Because if you want to spend your money on betting on the Browns and Joe Flacco this year, the Browns are the worst organization. And the Bengals organization sucks. Don't get me wrong. But this is a must-win game for the Bengals. This game means absolutely nothing for the Browns. The players, yes, it does, but this means nothing. Absolutely nothing. Browns are really interesting. I mean, how many games do you think the Browns are winning this year? You think they're winning over 5 games? Fucking no way, dude. No way. They want to lose this year. I'm not saying they want to lose week one. Eventually, down the road is when you bet on them, against them, right? But if you want to bet on the Browns only plus 5.5, and you're saying that's a smart bet, I think you're fucking nuts. And I'm not just saying that because the Bengals were one of my 3 bets of the weeks, and I don't bet a lot of lines, but when I see a line like this, they do play the Bengals well, though. Dude, and everyone plays the Bengals well early in the year. I know, like, there's so many stats you can have to back up, but, like, how many times have you heard, like, all these stats, this, and this, and this, and then the bet just goes awry by the second quarter? Don't you see the world that's probably more likely than not the Bengals are up 28-10 at halftime, 24-10 at halftime, and then you have Joe Flacco trying to play hero ball? I'm not trying to look into all that, right? Like his record all time against, like, this is a different Bengals team. Did you not watch the preseason when the Bengals played their starters so much? Like Joe Burrow played more than any other starter, like twice as much, dude. I think week 2 preseason he played almost, I think it was 5 series. So I think he played 7 series total. That's crazy, dude. And there's a reason for that. The Bengals know they can't start slow in that division. It's been embarrassing early on in the year. They're going to come out and make a statement, man. The Bengals defense is not good, but it's not going to be as bad as it was last year. That's like literally impossible. They were, I think, 24th in defense last year, and they didn't improve too much, but it doesn't matter. They're facing the Browns. Like, I think this is more of a Browns conversation than it is a Bengals conversation. What's Zach Taylor's record the first 2 weeks? Yeah, BD. It's not good, man. That's the point. We want to zig when others are zagging, right? We want to get ahead of this thing, and that's why the line's only 5.5. I guess we'll check back tomorrow morning. I'm telling you by game time. Now, whether this makes it right or wrong, usually the sharp bettors bet like 11 a.m. and that like changes the line because they put thousands and thousands on these bets. It's going to go to -7 by game time. -7 Bengals. So if you like the Browns, don't bet on them now. Wait. All right, just so you know, we got some people in here. I do have a little promo I'm doing today. So if we get 50 likes, 50 subs for this video, free $10 bet. That's it. I will pick the one out of the 50. I'll get your email. I'll send it to you. You tell me your bet before noon tomorrow. I'll put it in for you, and no risk. No risk. So if you want to do that, we got to get 50 likes and 50 subs. We only have 3 likes right now, so we'll see. But I'm willing to give away money. I don't give a shit. If you win the bet, and maybe I'll just give it to my boy Timothy Ford, and he can take the bet on the Browns plus 5.5, and then I just won't have to give away any money. But all right. So what are your thoughts on the Giants plus 6? Are we all taking the Commanders? Are you guys all taking the Commanders here? Again, BD, you have a good point. Bengals offensive line. Okay, if you guys are so off the Bengals, I think the bet would just be Bengals under 9.5 wins. But, like, this is not about the season long. This is about them beating the shit out of the worst team in football. I could be wrong. I think I'm getting divisional games at home, probably getting 6 points right before kickoff, and that's notorious for dogs. All the numbers tell you to take the Browns, but I don't think it's a smart bet. And you could tell me it's not a smart bet to take the Bengals. I think the Bengals, I guess we'll see. They're going to beat the shit out of them tomorrow. I'm laying down on this bet right here. They're going to beat the shit out of them tomorrow. All right, Giants plus 6. Over under 45.5. I love the under. And again, he's going to say I'm 0 for 2. I like the Giants in this game. Giants are, again, divisional. I know they're at home. Commanders are at home. Divisional game. If you want to give me the argument about the Browns, I'm taking the Giants in this one. Giants are a much better team than the Browns. Literally top 3 pass rush in the NFL. And Jaden Daniels, regression season, man. Going to be great for fantasy. Jaden Daniels going to kill it in fantasy. Real life, not going to be as good. Seahawks are smoking the Niners. Being an underdog at home in Seattle is disrespectful. Yeah, I get that. I'm a Greek boy. What up, Greek? Yeah, I like the Giants here as well. I don't think I'm going to go as far as taking the Giants money line, but I am all for the plus 6. I wish it was higher. It opened up at 7.5. And we'll see. I'm interested to see what this line does before kickoff. It'll probably stay pretty steady because 6 points is a lot. But the Giants, I mean, again, I'm not a Russell Wilson guy at all. But Malik Neighbors is probably the best player on the field besides Jaden Daniels. And I think the best unit on the field, the best single unit, is the Giants defense. I still possibly like the Giants the season total under because their schedule is just a fucking bitch. But they're going to be so competitive this year. Let's move on to the Cardinals. Cardinals minus 6.5 on the road against the Saints, 43.5 over under. This one is begging you to bet the Cardinals, right? Begging you to bet the Cardinals. And I think I'm going to do it. Again, I'm fading. Again, the Giants, I don't consider a lower top bottom three team. I consider the Saints. Spencer Rattler is dog shit. Dog shit. Super aggressive, which I like the over in this game if you want to go a play there. But Spencer Rattler's so fucking aggressive, man. And the Cardinals defense is much improved. I like what they did with their draft. I know the rookie defensive tackle they drafted 16th overall not playing, but I do like that. Saints might win 2 games this year. Dude, the Saints might win 1 game this year. I guess the one nice thing they have is they play in one of the worst divisions in football. But you can't tell me that they're gonna beat the Panthers. Gambling's for suckers, says Zap. It is. You gotta pick and choose your spots, right? So betting separate bets and mostly betting parlays. Again, don't bet parlays, dude. Straight line parlays. That's a killer, dude. That's a fucking killer. Spencer Rattler parlay under passing yards and over interception. So it would be under 220 passing yards and over 1 interception. It would be over a half interception. You have to pay probably minus 220, but that would even out to an even odds bet. Yeah, I like that one a lot. Again, guys, if we get 50 likes and 50 subs in this video, I'm giving away a free bet. I'm giving you guys money. A bet of your choice. If you win, I fucking Venmo you. So 50 likes, 50 subs. Why the hell not? I'm going to do this show every single week. Midnight, 1 a.m., something like that. Saturday night. We're gonna see how we do. So I guess I'll tell you this. I'm mostly a prop bet guy, right? That's 80% of my bets are prop bets. 62% against the spread on my show. It's all on the channel the last 4 years. 62%. So against on lines, I'm 53%. So I'm not. NFL is tough, man. It's sharp. I avoid those mostly. But again, my Bengals pick. Maybe I'm an idiot because I always lose on my lines. This is one that just screams to me blowout. So I think are we all in the Cardinals here? Under 195.5 for Rattler for yards. Didn't even get to 180 in 4 out of 7 games last year. Yeah, I thought it'd be a little higher, 220, but okay, what's your bets? It's on the show. I can give you my 2 props they've gone up. It's Fields over 42.5 rushing yards, and it is Daniels over 42.5 rushing yards. Unfortunately, I bet those Thursday night. Show came out Friday. Daniels up to 46.5. I still like that. Fields is at 44.5. So I do like that I'm on the right side of those. Unfortunately, they went up a little bit. But Justin Fields, 42.5 is just a slap in the face of that dude. Was he going to throw the ball? No, he's going to be running those. Thoughts on Njoku? Great for fantasy early in the season. I don't know about later in the season because he's a prime trade candidate for a winning team, and that's probably not going to increase his fantasy value. Your logic makes sense on the Bengals. I'm just on the other side of it. Hey, man, again, we're all allowed to have our opinions. That's what they are. We don't know. It's NFL, right? The refs are in control about 30% of this shit. So I just don't see a world where the Browns are competitive this year. And I know this is 1 game, but 5.5 just does not seem fair. It should be 7.5. I just don't know what the number is, where I'd be comfortable betting the Browns. And plus 7.5, I'd debate it. Plus 5.5, absolutely not. So let's move on to the Steelers-Jets, the game we were just talking about with my Fields prop bet. I love the over in this game, man. Feel like we saw some games last year where it was 34 for an over-under, 34.5. And I feel like they're trying to bait you to bet the under here at 37.5. And it's the NFL, right? And shit happens. Turnovers, penalties, kickoff returns. 37.5 is low. Yeah, BD, that Fields, that you got to get on Fields rushing now because Just remember 2023 when he had that stretch with the Bears. You remember how every week it got up to like 63, 65 was his weekly over-under, and he kept on hitting him because he was having 90 yards rushing a game. Last year with the Steelers, it was the opposite, where like they weren't letting him run, and he still hit his total in half the games. But because his total was like 39 or 40, towards the end here, they weren't like the first 5 weeks, they weren't letting him run. So I think this is going to be kind of an exotic rushing attack. There's going to be a lot of RPOs, and they're going to give Justin Fields 5, 6, 7, like literally scripted quarterback draws, quarterback rushing plays, RPOs, where he's already going to run the ball 6 or 7 times in terms of when he drops back, if he doesn't get sacked. But you're looking at 14 possible rushing plays for Justin Fields, and he's going to average 3 yards a carry. He's one of the few quarterbacks in the NFL that can get this on one rush. 42 yards is low as hell. Browns cover. Bengals are disproportionately weighted to the top of their lineup. Yeah, they're a Madden team or a fantasy team. The Browns are a worse team, but have better 10 through 25 section of their roster. Hey, man, you guys can all bet the Browns, and when they come back, hit up the channel and talk shit to me. I'm totally cool with it. But when the Bengals win the game 35-14, I'm going to do the next show with my shirt off. And that'll probably scare a lot of people away. Maybe gay dudes that like hairless bears, because I'm not really that hairy, but I am kind of a bigger dude. Weird. What do you think about C-Mac this year? Thanks, BD. CMC is scary as hell, bro. I don't like that news. And we're going to get into all that and start sit tomorrow, 10 a.m. Central Time live. We're going to get all the start sit. Let's get through the rest of these games, though. Again, real quick, we need 50 likes in this video, 50 subscribers, and we're going to give away a free $10 bet. I'll Venmo you the money when you win your bet. If you win your bet, you tell me the bet. I'll pick a sub, and I'll pick a like, and I will get you that winnings there. If you can pick the right winner. Why the hell not? It cost me $10. Whoop-de-fucking-do. I'm down for that one. We got 2 more likes right there. Let's go. Place an actual bet right now. I have too many bets going already. But we're going to talk about the ones we should make. So, next game. This is a juicy one, man. Buccaneers at Falcons. -1.5 Buccaneers on the road. Over under 47.5. I love this over, man. I love this over. Both teams have bad defenses. I know they have some question marks on offense. Mooney's questionable. We have Ibuka, has never played an NFL snap, is the number 2 there. Tristan Wirfs is out. I don't care, man. Look at the games last year, Tampa Bay and Atlanta. They went like over 55, 57 each game. Please, bro, answer the question. Is JT cooking tomorrow against Miami? Oh, JT is cooking all year, baby. JT might as well be on a Top Chef fucking show because he is the offense there. He is the offense. And sneaky JT receptions this year. We know he's an underrated pass catcher. Daniel Dimes dumps the ball down, made more than Richardson. I love JT to have 35-plus catches this year. Flacco, 300 yards. Yes, Flacco will have 300 yards, but he'll also have 3 picks. Show the bet slip, and I'll ride with you right now. Which bet slip are we talking about, Jeremy Payne? The my bets of the week kind of thing? Talking about my Fields, my rushing props, and my Bengals bet slip? Because, I mean, I'll show you those. I'm not... Again, this channel was built 4 years ago. It's mostly a fantasy show. But my gambling segment, Beating the Odds, on Friday has been out. This is the 4th year running. I'm 62% against the spread. These are all documented, release on Friday. So I'm not one of those that just tells you to bet something or tells you to draft someone in fantasy. I throw $7,000 into fantasy every year. I'm in 25 redrafts this year. I have $1,500 in best ball, and I'm telling you what I would do. And I've won money every year but one in terms of fantasy. This is the last 15 years. And then in terms of betting, I am down total, but my bets are 62%, my 3 bets. The problem I'm down is that I fucking bet 30 goddamn bets. That's why I want to do this show, to kind of like narrow down and only do 5 or 6 bets a week, right? It's so easy to just to hammer. And when you bet $300,000 like I have the last 4 years, the juice alone is going to kill you because you're looking at $50,000 I've lost in juice. And yeah, I'm down like $5,000. So I've actually won more bets than I've placed. You know, I've won more than I've lost, but the juice kills you. So that's why I want to do this show with the community to get some insight and just kind of collaborate, right? So show me. Show me. We want to see. Let's see. This is let's see, the Bengals bet. You don't need to know the Bengals bet. You know I bet the Bengals bet. I was too hard up on that Bengals bet. He doesn't believe me. He thinks I'm Here we go. We got Justin Fields. Can you read that? Justin Fields over 42 and a half. $125. Jaden Daniels over 42 and a half. It's hard to do that, but they're on there, man. I'm not just going to tell you to bet something that I'm not going to bet. Like, that's just silly, dude. Where's the upside in that, dude? All right, we're going to move on to the next slate of games here. Again, first 50 likes and subs for the video qualify for a free $50 bet. We got 8 subs. I don't know about we got 8 subs, 8 likes. So we're a little behind, but it's fine. It's fine. We'll get there. If we don't get there, it's fine. But if we get there, I'm going to give away a free bet. I'm going to bet it for you. I'm going to Venmo you when you win. If you lose, better luck next time. We'll come back and do it next week. All right, we got Panthers, Jaguars. This one's interesting, man. We have Jaguars minus 3.5 at home, over under 46.5. This one started when the lines opened. It was a pick'em, a legit pick'em. I don't know what's changed in 2 months to make this a minus 3.5 for the Jags. Oh, good night, BD. Appreciate you, BD. You're in the running. If we get to it, you know what? You're actually a really nice guy. You might be a front runner. And I'm gonna pick it randomly, but I appreciate you. So, what changed in this situation? The Jaguars are minus 3.5 right now. Why are the Jags minus 3.5 when it opened at pick'em? What has changed to make this a 3.5 point swing? And now you have the hook, minus the hook, 3 and the hook. Is it the Travis Hunter news that he's playing offense? Is it the trading of Adam Thielen? Thanks, Sean. What made this minus 3.5 to you guys? Like, I think this is a bet. I think this is Panthers. Panthers plus 3.5. This is a pick'em game, right? Well, Carson says because they're going by 7. And I like the Jags this year, man. I think they're a sneaky chance to win that division. I think they're a sneaky play on their win total. I think their offense could be elite. But the Panthers are kind of a lot of people's darlings, too. I know their defense is trash, but the Jags secondary is bad. So is the play here just the over, or are you taking the Jags minus 3.5? Because that is not exactly a team we want to trust, is it? Money on the Panthers, just Vegas hedge. I think Jags win that. I'm not touching that game, though. I can't see it both. I can see it both ways. Same, Bryson. I think the play is the total. If we want to touch this game, if we want a little action in this game, I think the total over is the good play, right? I think it's because of the new head coach for the Jaguars. Cohen did wonders for Baker. Right. I think that's more of a long-term thing because Trevor Lawrence has just not shown us much. I guess that's my one worry, right? So I think we can maybe all chalk this up to a stay away, right? If anything, it's the over. But again, I don't like betting games just to bet games. Like I do it, don't get me wrong, but maybe a sprinkle here and there. Thank you, Sean. Appreciate you, man. See, positivity, bro. I don't care if you guys disagree with me on certain takes. And you're allowed to be a dick, man. Like, and I'll try not to be. I'll try not to be. How about that? So we got, let's see. Any suggestions tomorrow? Who you start, Wilson or Ibuka? I've been going back and forth. Man, I think you have to start Ibuka. You drafted Wilson higher. I think you have to start Ibuka because the matchup's better. I get it's crazy starting a rookie over Garrett Wilson, but I would probably, it's such a tough call. It's a good decision to have. That means you have a good team. But I would start Ibuka. And I'm a Garrett Wilson guy. Luckily, I don't have that decision because I would probably roll with Wilson myself just based on draft capital, and I like to roll with my guys week 1. But not a good matchup, run-heavy script. Justin Fields is going to run the fuck out of the ball. MB, not trying to be a dick, just limited on time. No, dude, he's fine. I've had way worse. I've been dicks to people that do shows too, so like it is what it is. If you disagree, I understand. The Bengals seems like a stupid bet. Why are you betting Bengals week 1 on the road? It's because they're against the Browns. That's it. It's not about the Bengals. It's about the Browns. The Browns fucking suck dick. All right, next game. Dolphins, Colts. This one's fucking juicy, boys. Dolphins, Colts. Pretty much a pick 'em. We have -1.5 for the Colts. Over under 47.5. I think they're begging you to bet this over, and I think I like the under. I know both defenses are rough, but I know the Colts are going to run the hell out of the ball, right? I think Tua, until I see him throw the ball down the field, am I going to know he's going to do it? Am I confident he's going to do it? So I like the under here, and I think the Dolphins are the hot pick. So what do you guys think? This game should be a shootout, right? My logic tells me over, right? Over. And the odds tell you that it should be a 50.5 over under. I feel like this game should be 50.5. And why it's 47, it's kind of a suspicious line to me. Well, Dolphins, baby, if we lose this game, our season's over. That is true. I've sprinkled on both these teams to have the worst record. I can see it going really bad for both these teams. Fins at +108 is a crazy steal. So it's -108, but either way, JT and Waddle, TD parlay would feed families. Go Browns. Oh, Jesus, Virgo. I mean, hey, if you want to root for the Browns, I got no issues. Again, for the new people tuning in here, I'm giving away a free bet right here. First 50 subs, first 50 likes, all qualify for this free bet. Let's get it going. I'm going to give away a free bet. You hit me your Venmo. Let me know your team you're betting, even odds, whatever you want to do. I'm placing it for you. I pay it out. So we're moving on to Raiders and Patriots. We have Patriots -2.5, over under 44.5. I think I like the Raiders, man. This is begging. Vegas is begging you to bet the Patriots right here. -2.5. Why isn't it 3? Why isn't it 3.5? Patriots win totals high. Everyone's high on the Patriots. They're the darlings, right? So why is it only -2.5? Aaron Rodgers winning MVP. Don't give a flip what you think. Aiden, great take, man. Great take. Don't let this distract you from the fact that Lightning McQueen blew a one-lap lead in the Pistons Cup. Well, I like that. So, Miami only have Mika in the secondary, and the Colts have nothing. They don't have much. Both these secondaries suck. So maybe you're saying the over is the play. So glad to see you live. Should I start? What up, Caleb? Caleb's cool guy. Should I start Jared Goff or Jordan Love? Same matchup right there, man. That's a doozy. I think I'm going to start Jared Goff just based on the injuries. And again, Tucker Kraft is my OG tight end this year. He's going to go off. But there's not a lot of options for Jordan Love this week. They're going to run the ball, and the Detroit's defense is solid when they're healthy, at least. I think Jared Goff has too many playmakers early in the year. You got to go Jared Goff. Also, you drafted Jared Goff higher. Let's just do that. Obviously, Love, huh? Great call. Pats are the new shiny toy again. Yeah. I think their over-under for the season is 8.5, 9. It's based on their schedule. It's not so much based on their team, because they did improve their team, because it was impossible not to. They were literally the worst roster in football last year, and now they're like the 22nd best roster. And I do love Drake May, but I can't guarantee his step up is going to be what they're saying it's going to be, right? He might make some strides, but he's also just a turnover prone. He makes a lot of losing plays. He makes a lot of winning plays, but he plays reckless. So I don't think that's what this team needs, at least for this year. They're going to be entertaining. They're going to be fun. They're going to be better than last year. Start Cortland Sutton or DK Metcalf. You're starting Cortland Sutton in this one, and I'm the biggest DK fan ever. You start Cortland Sutton, man. Henderson or Warren opening week. You're still starting Warren. Don't fuck with the Steelers there, man. Calling Matthew Golden a good wide receiver is like saying Oregon won a natty. Yeah, I don't think Matthew Golden's a good receiver, but Matthew Golden should have pretty nice fantasy numbers this year with the situation and environment he's in with no one else there, right? Justin Fields over his yards or rush attempts? Yards, dude. Rush attempts, I don't know what it is, and I do like that too, but the yards is just so low. 42.5. I think it might be up to 44.5. I got it at 42.5. I like his alt line. I think you sprinkle a little bit on 60-plus yards, 70-plus yards, because he is one of the few unique quarterbacks that can rush for a 70-yard touchdown. And you have an aggressive Steelers defense going to be packing the box, right? I could just see him breaking a long one, man. John's going to have more yards than DK. I wonder what the odds are of that. I have Travis Hunter and Matthew Golden as my starting receivers for fantasy this year. Am I actually cooked or Golden? I mean, it depends on the rest of your team, Aiden, but I don't really necessarily love it. I love Travis Hunter, though. Dog says, do I think the Bears will be decent this year? Not really, man. I'm a Bears fan. I think they're going to be competitive. I think their record won't indicate how many strides they made or Caleb. So it's for me, it's evaluating the team isn't going to be about the record. They're in the hardest division in football. The Vikings are the third worst team in that division, and they won 14 games last year. Packers are legit. Lions are a machine. So I don't know about that one. Start Jerry or JSN. Man, probably JSN, but I could see the appeal for Jerry Jeudy in that matchup. Would you ladder the Fields? Yeah, ladder that up, man. I only took a shot on like the mega. I think I took a shot on like 90 plus yards because it was, I forget, 6-1 odds or some shit. But I love doing that. Was debating between Geno or Flacco ladder. I like the Flacco ladder more. Again, I think that the Bengals are going to score 35 points. So the Cleveland, again, no running backs right now. They're going to be chucking the ball. Feels on Jameson Williams this week, bro. What's up, Jeremy? They just gave him a big bag of money, and J-Mo is so hard to predict because he's such an inconsistent player. He could go 2 for 20, or he could go 6 for 150. So you're starting Jameson Williams this week. You drafted him in the 5th round. You're starting Jameson Williams this week. It's not a bad matchup. We don't really know Parsons' status. If he plays, it's going to be situational, so I wouldn't let that scare you off. Thoughts on Judkins going forward? Hey, Cry Dog, what up, man? Judkins is a mystery box. It's like, yeah, you can get the mystery box or you can get the boat. Like, you just take the boat or you get the mystery box. I take the boat. And that's why I didn't take Judkins, because I think it's a week 7 return at earliest for him. And the suspension is looming, dude. So I'm not bullish on that. Pollard or Ibuka? Oof. Probably Pollard, man. Full PPR, you could debate Ibuka, but Tony Pollard is so prime for 20 touches. It's like the first 4 weeks, Tony Pollard's getting 20 touches a game. And if they're losing, he's going to get more catches. If they're winning, he's more chance for a touchdown. I think I go Tony Pollard until I see what the Ibuka, not his usage, but how they utilize him. Thanks, dog. You're welcome, Zach. Facts. Any betting locks? Well, you must not have tuned in earlier. I gave my locks. I actually released a show on Friday, Beating the Odds. And a lot of people were scoffing at me on this very feed. The lock is Bengals -5.5, man. That's my game lock. I don't bet a lot of lines. I'm waiting to hear it in the comments. Bengals -5.5. I think they destroy the shit out of them. Week 7 for Judkins at earliest, man. We don't know. We don't know when he's playing. And the NFL is going over and reviewing it and sending it to an arbiter to see what his suspension is. But if there was no suspension, I would say that Judkins is probably going to be active week 3 and probably play any type of significant role week 4. And that's not counting a suspension. So now you add 6 games on top of it, which is kind of standard practice for a domestic issue. You're looking at week 10. That's not ideal, man. So if you drafted him, you have to hold. Unfortunately, you can't put him on an IR. What is Cooper Kupp's receptions max? Like 4.5? Is it 3.5? Last one from Zach. Montgomery or Tucker Kraft? Tucker Kraft. Tucker Kraft, baby. If it's PPR Tucker Kraft, half point, close, standard, Montgomery. 5+ for Cooper Kupp is +154. Ooh, I kind of like that one, man. Hey, we got 14 likes on the video. Again, gentlemen, first 50 likes, first 50 subs. Gotta get both of those thresholds. I'm giving away a free bet. So if you want the free bet, I'm gonna choose a person in the chat that subbed and liked the video. I can see who did it. I'm gonna email. I'll get your email and I'm gonna toss you any bet you want. I'll place it for you. If you win, I'll pay you out on Venmo. So if you want to do that, Bengals JB, my boy, JB, Bengals -5.5 is easy money. Wow, first one that's actually agreed with me on this one. I think it's easy money. Everyone's saying that it's dumb money, But I don't think they're betting on the Browns. They're just saying, I'm done for betting on the Bengals. Unfortunately, there's going to be a winner and there's going to be a loser of -5.5. It won't both lose. So they're trying to say that they're betting on the Browns +5.5, which is just mad crazy to me. Did you take the Steelers Jets spread or over or under at all? No, I haven't bet on it, but I like the Jets plus the points at home, and I like the over. Surprisingly, man, 37.5. Look at how low that is. And I feel like it should be lower. This has all the makings of 34.5, what they should set it at. So I think they set it a little higher so people would hit the under, because this is an obvious under game, right? Like, who's betting the over in Steelers Jets? Two running teams, old quarterback, Justin Fields who can't throw, two newer quarterbacks in their team. I like the over in this one. Anyone betting on the Browns to win? Well, I'm not saying that they're saying they're going to bet on the Browns to win. They're betting on the Browns +5.5, right? So I don't like that. I mean, that's better than the money line, because the money line's only +205. Leafy Greens, he's probably high as shit. What do you think I threw? What do you think? I threw a bunch of quarterbacks together from -1,000 to -600 odds, $10 to win 50. We're talking just like passing yards, Leafy? No worries, Sean. He missed my take on the Buccaneers game. I love the over in the Bucs game, and I actually like the Falcons. It's tough, man, because they both have some injury questions. And I think the Buccaneers are kind of due for some regression this year. I think that they will still win 8, 9, or 10 games, but I think everyone's anointing them as the best team in the division. And I'm not the biggest believer in Baker Mayfield. I like Baker Mayfield, but people are assuming that he's like a perennial Pro Bowler and like a franchise guy, like the franchise guy now. Like talking to him like he's like Joe Burrow. I don't believe that. So he's still good. I mean, dude, awesome pickup for the Bucs. They're still going to be competitive, but we've seen down years, especially with guys that have insanely great touchdown percentage numbers, and his was like 8% last year. That's never going to keep up. McDaniel's revenge game. I hear you, JB. JB makes a great case here. Hear me out. Bengals can't start 0-1 again. They will come out strong against a garbage Browns team. Road division game is tough, but Bengals will win by double digits. My biggest thing about the Bengals was they played their starters so much in the preseason. Like, they are all aware that they've started off every year 0-2 or 1-3, and it ruins their season. So, like, they risked injury with Joe Burrow and their left tackle and Chase Brown and these players to make sure they're ready for this week 1 game, and they're focused, and they're not going to even, like, if they're up by 7, you think they're going to, like, just assume they win the game? I think they're going to go for the fucking throat here. And you have talent differential from these two teams, right? Motivation's different. Like, the Browns have nothing to play for, dude. Nothing. I'm not saying they're not going to play to lose, but the Bengals, this is like their Super Bowl. I do get it. And that's why I don't bet a lot of lines, because they're way sharper. I'm a prop bet guy, because prop bets can be taken advantage of because there's so many. There's only so many lines. Every game has a betting line, a money line, and an over-under. Vegas knows how to get both sides action and know how to, like, find the sweet spot. And they trick you. Prop bets, there's no tricking, man. It's just if you know fantasy, if you know ball, for me. But in this case, this bet was too easy to pass up. Geriatric quarterback. Yeah, Joe Flacco is Hugh Hefner out there. And I think a lot of people are just hoping that they have the Joe Flacco from 2023 with the Browns, which was awesome. That was like awesome. That was Nick Foles level shit. No one remembers what he did with the Colts last year when he got benched again for Anthony Richardson. When you get benched for Anthony Richardson, that's bad. It's bad. He was throwing 3 picks a game, man. It was awful. Awful. And Joe Flacco's 40. Leafy, you want a hot take on baseball bet? D-backs to sneak into the wild card. Ooh. The issue isn't the Bengals offense. They might have the worst defense in the league. They're going to win 40-37. Well, in that case, you should hammer that over because it's only 48. I know they have a bad defense. I'm not saying that. I just don't think Joe Flacco and that offensive line and those playmakers, although I love Cedric Tillman, are good enough to take advantage of that. It's a long game. Bengals are going to keep on putting pressure on them. The Browns are going to do Browns things, man. All right, we've got a little tangent here, lost in some fantasy stuff here. We are moving on to the Titans and Broncos. I think this is a very hot Broncos. Like, everyone's all about the Broncos. -8.5, over under 42.5. I think this is crazy. I'm not going to bet it. I think I like the Titans, man. +8.5. My favorite player props tomorrow, Alexander, it's Justin Fields and Jaden Daniels over in rushing. Those are my two. I like Cedric Tillman's receiving prop as well. It's 40 or 38 yards. I love that one. I like his alt line especially. But under 42.5 for this game, you like that? Are you just assuming that the Titans score like 10 points then, Max? Because I kind of do like that as well. I'm not as high on the Broncos offense as consensus in fantasy and just in general. But that's a pretty low number, man. But you can see, like, if it's a blowout, you can see the Broncos winning like 31-10. My problem, Daniels, is I don't like waiting for my money. I want it by the end of the day. Right, you're talking about the future bet with the... Yeah, that's why future bets are tough. I've got Daniels rushing. Oh, I'm with you there. I mean, it went up, though, unfortunately. It was 42.5 when I bet it. Now it's 46.5. And it's mostly just because the Giants' defensive line is fucking a monster. And you got a new receiver there in Debo. You have I know he knows Terry McLaurin, but he wasn't in camp at all. So I just think you have Daniels taking it into his own hands a lot. And maybe a couple design rushing plays. I mean, I saw Daniels rush twice in the preseason in one drive. Well, you know the coaches are being like, dude, do not scramble. He can't fucking help himself, this dude. Broncos have a crazy defense, and I trust the Titans can limit Bo Nix enough. Yeah, I get the question with the under is the Titans defense is just, it's not good. It's got to be better than last year because last year they could not do anything. So, go Niners, says Reese. Yeah, I think I got it at 44.5. Yeah, it's going up, man. So you got to hit that now because I wouldn't be surprised if it was 48.5 by game time. I like Evan Ingram with Sean Payton. He was saying he wants to use him similar to Jimmy Graham. Sean Payton says a lot of things, but again, I have 3 or 4 shares of Evan Ingram, maybe 3. I did trade him away actually after the draft, so 2 or 3. But I have 9 Tucker Kraft shares. So unfortunately, they were going in the same range: Warren, Kraft, Njoku, and Ingram. But I do like Evan Ingram. So what do you think? I threw a few quarterbacks. Yeah. -600 to -1,000 for passing yards, $10 for 50. I do like that because it's pretty safe. Like, how often does a quarterback have like 140 yards passing? I mean, Dak almost did that, and Jalen Hurts does that apparently. Andre says, scares me, bro. Steelers are great versus running quarterbacks, specifically Lamar. Yeah, Justin Fields is a different animal, man. He is a different animal, and they are going to fucking, like, what else are they going to do? You think they're going to have Justin Fields out there throwing? It's a low number, I guess, is my thing. And they play a decent amount of man, so they can spy him all they want. But like, if Justin Fields is a fast fucking quarterback, you can try to spy him, but I'm not worried about that. Leafy says, I always try to play it safe when it comes to betting, except home runs. I'll build some monster parlays together. Playing it safe's good. My boy Cry Dog won a monster like $10, won $500. He bet. This is awesome. Javonte Williams to score 2 touchdowns and Jalen Hurts to have 2 touchdowns. Awesome. I'm going to shout out the Cry Dog here. Awesome. They used Fields on scout team last year to prepare for mobile quarterbacks, though. Hey, I get they know him. I just feel that's a low number. And Justin Fields, if they have any chance to win this game, he's going to be running. And you can prepare all you want. I feel like you're never going to get the number lower because when he comes out and has a long run of 50, 60 yards, like we know he's capable of, and he ends up with 90, this number the rest of the year is going to be in the 50s. So I'm going to get ahead of this one now. Cry Dog says, first 4 TDs of the season hit. I can't believe the odds weren't higher, but that's a fucking badass win for you. I'm glad you didn't cash that out because you would be kicking yourself. No, Fields is going to be beating anyone passing the ball this year, and they have just enough to take the top off the defense to keep them 8.5 points. This is the prime tease game. I think everyone and their brother are going to be teasing the Broncos down to -2.5, and this is the most obvious one, right? There's no way they're winning by less than a field goal. It scares me a little bit because last year we saw the obvious tease games get blown up like 40% of the time. Max says, I like the Steelers to win in typical Tomlin rock fight game. Yeah, it's going to be a dogfight for sure, man. Hey, we got 20 likes, 30 more. I know there's only 38 people in here. People will join. 30 more likes, and I think we're only at 20 more subscribers, and I'm going to give away that free bet. I got another 30 minutes on here or so. So I want to give that out, man. I mean, you guys have been awesome in the chat. I want to give that out. It's $10 for me. Whoop-de-fucking-do. Free money for you guys to build your bankroll. All right, we're moving on. Niners, Seahawks. Seahawks, dogs at home. Dogs at home to a questionable 49ers team with a questionable Christian McCaffrey with not that many weapons on defense. Minus 1.5 for the Niners, over under 43.5. What are we thinking? I think this is a complete stay away game for me. There's so many question marks in this game. The Seahawks have so many question marks. I don't know how they're going to deploy their running backs. I got to see Sam Darnold in that situation. I got to see how Cooper Kupp looks. McCaffrey's questionable. Juwan Jennings hasn't played all preseason, like been holding out. Like there's a lot of question marks here. I would probably go Niners if I had to choose, but I don't think I want to. I don't think I want to choose, but that's what would be my choice. And I think I would go under, believe it or not. Seahawks have a for real defense, like for real defense, top 10 in the NFL. No one's talking about the Niners defense, and actually, in fantasy, they're available everywhere because people see Niners, but they don't realize the Hawks are at home. And the Niners have question marks. If CMC doesn't play, that's wheels up for the Niners defense, man. Top 12 play. So what do we got? Wow, 4 more likes. We're almost there, dude. We get 50. We're almost there. I feel like we'll get the 50 subs. More than we'll get the 50 likes. But if we get there, I'm giving away the $10 bet. So I want to do that. So what are your guys' thoughts on the Niners and Seahawks? What do we think? Pearsall prop. Dude, I saw Pearsall props at like 42 yards, man. I'm guessing it probably opened at like 55, and then the Jennings news came down that he was like probably never injured and he's going to play. And that moved it down. So I think Pearsall prop is fucking money, dude. Cry says pass. On the game or the prop? Cry. Because the Pearsall prop is awesome. And the thing about the Pearsall prop, that's a prime, like when you get a player that's going to be on the field every snap, that's a prime alt line where you can get a 70 plus for Pearsall at probably 3-1 odds. Oh, I'm going to hammer that, dude. Good call, man. Good call. Who said that? That's Max. Max is savvy. Max, I like Max. It's a good name, too. I always think of Max and Armageddon. That's the fat dude. Love him. How is the Chiefs defense so bad? Because they've had to, like, pillage their defense to pay Mahomes and Kelsey and shit. Leafy Greens, how can we beat the sports book every day and win money, even if it's just $40 or $50 a day? I can almost do it, but there's like 2 days a week I can't do it. I think the biggest way to do it is don't do parlays because they want you to parlay shit. Because parlays are, you're one injury away. Because what do people do on parlays? Typically bet the overs on all these players. If you do an 8-player parlay, let's say they're all lower odds, one of those guys gets hurt, you're out, man. If you had Worthy in any prop, right, you're out. I lost on a prop and I still bet props. They're fucking enticing, right? So I think the best way to do it is to be vigilant and to be smart about limiting how many wagers you're making, right? I'd rather have 3 large bets than 10 average bets because those will just wash out and you'll lose the juice. I do in my show, Beating the Odds, I've been 62% against the spread. I do 3 bets a week. And I want to do 10. I love the Pearsall prop. Didn't make it. I love DK Metcalf prop this week. I do the 3 that I'm most confident in. Now, in real life, I bet way more than that, hence why I'm even or a little bit down. On the show, the ones I'm telling people to bet on record, I am 62%. So I think that's the biggest thing, right? You have to be vigilant in limiting your bets. Not so much your money you're betting, but the volume of bets you're making because it's so easy. Every Sunday night we want to put a same game parlay, right? We want to bet our favorite prop or the line to have some juice in it. That's what they want you to do. So limit your bets, make higher wager bets when you're confident, and have a budget, right? Have a unit bet. Like my unit's 4. I do 4 unit bets, and a unit's $25. I usually do $100 to $125 per bet on the big boys. For Real says parlays have been giving a hella boost. The boost is nice, and that's what they want you to do it, right? Lucifer, a vampire walks into a bar and asks the bartender for a boiling glass of water. Bartender says, I thought you vampires only drank blood. Vampire pulls out a used tampon and says, I'm having tea. Heyo! Lucifer. Man, that's a good joke. I like that. I got paid out $140 in bonus bets by FanDuel for the worthy thing. Now that's nice, dude. So you're just, cried out, you're just balling ass. You're just balling ass. I mean, you got fucking money coming out of every orifice of your body. Let's go. Adrian, great Saturday, 3-0, 9K profit. NFL early, I'm on the Dolphins, plus 1.5. All right. Well, he gave his resume, right? It's like a dating profile for this guy. He's like, I did this, I got this, I'm an engineer, I have a 9-inch cock, so you should probably fuck me. I probably would, actually, Adrian. So I should probably bet on the Dolphins now because you're an engineer and you have a 9-inch cock. So I'm in. Again, 26 likes, 24 more likes. I'm giving out a free bet. A free bet to you guys. 50 subs, 50 likes, free bet. I'm going to pick one. I'm going to get your email. You're going to send me your bet, and I am going to place it and Venmo you when you win. If you win, please bet on the Bengals minus 5.5. For real says, Chiefs cost me $3K. Brewers cost me $3K. Now let's see if the Ravens can make it up and go 2 for 2. I would not, but we're going to get to that game in a second. I would not be fucking with the Ravens-Bills game, man. Maybe the over, but that's a pretty high number. All right, we're moving on to the last couple games here. Lions, Packers. Packers minus 1.5 at home, over under 47.5. Money line's pretty even. Oh, tough one, man. I'm on the Lions, though. I'm on the Lions. Adrian says, I bet for a living here in Vegas. It's a great job. Bet with the books, not against them. Yeah, man. Hey, I was just saying, if it was a dating profile, you sold me. So I would be no date. I'm just coming. We're Netflixing and chilling, and then you're getting inside, right? That's it. So I'm on your bet now. You gave me that's all I need to hear. Okay, I don't need to see the bet slips. Lions win that. Green Bay will give the upset. I always fuck with the tough games. I don't know what it is. I know. Well, it's also the fact that it's Sunday Night Football, and we're all going to bet it. One way or another, I'm probably going to bet a prop opposed to the lines. I might like Zay Flowers. I think I like Zay Flowers prop. Haven't even seen what it is, but I'm kind of dug into the fact that I'm going to bet Zay Flowers prop. Max says, nothing I would take that game other than Parsons sack, but I don't know what the line is. We don't know how much Parsons is going to play. I mean, he's going to play. Don't get me wrong, but do we know how much he's going to play? Does anyone? I wouldn't also bet his prop. It's going to affect the game more than that. Ravens fade for a reason. I'm going to bet them minus 1.5. The Bills, dude, the Bills, they're a dog at home. I feel like this is a bigger game for the Bills than the Ravens. The Ravens start off pretty slow every year, and they always come out of it. I know they have a tough schedule, but the Bills did get their ass beat by the Ravens in the regular season last year. That was, if you recall, the game where Derrick Henry, I think it was the second play of the game, 80-yard touchdown, and they just ran the ball all over him. It was like a 31-14 game. For real says Henry props going to be crazy. They started slow last year, and that's about it. You talking about the Ravens? Yeah, they started really slow last year. Maybe I'm just having recency bias, but. So what's the parlay lock? I don't have one for you in this game, man. I would tell you to parlay my 3 bets. Bengals minus 5.5, and then Fields and Daniels rushing prop. Unfortunately, those props have gone up 4 yards each, but I still like them. I wouldn't bet them. I wouldn't bet 50 yards plus for rushing for those guys. Brewers winning tomorrow. Yeah, I'm trying not to bet baseball as much. All right, so what is our play? Last thoughts on Lions and Packers. Do we like the over here? Is the over the play here? I know Detroit's defense is back healthy, right? Packers are already a good defense last year, and we have Parsons. But the Lions offense is so explosive, man. Nate says Bengals minus 5.5 is a horrible pick. So, Nate, you're going on record saying the Browns plus 5.5 is a good pick, right? Because you can't just tell me it's a bad pick and then say you're not betting the Browns. So then you should be betting the Browns. Please bet the Browns. Do it. Bet the Browns. I dare you. Leafy says college football was nice today. I started off with $10. I walked to a 70. I love the overs in college. Overs in college are usually a smart bet. For real says Chiefs and Eagles. That shit is going to be fun. Anytime Jalen, anytime Barkley. The Chiefs need this game, man. 0-2. That is rough. Packers do love to run the ball. Okay, dude, Nate, go bet the Browns. If you feel good about putting your hard-earned money on the Browns organization this year with a 40-year-old Joe Flacco, fucking dude, please. And I can't wait to get back on the show. I'm going to be on tomorrow morning, but Sunday night when I get back, not going to be in the betting show, but whatever, the next live stream that's after the games. And I'm going to have my shirt off, I'll be pinching my nipples, and I'm going to have my wife give me a massage. And that's what I'm going to do. So, and if I lose, I'm probably just going to cancel the channel. So, that's it. If you've seen the Chiefs defense, man, any team can run against them. Well, Amarian Hampton couldn't run against them. Let's be honest. But Amarian Hampton's garbage. I will not bet the Browns, but I will not be on Cincinnati. They burned me the past 3 years. But if you're going to come out here and tell me you're so like it's such a bad bet to bet the Bengals, then you should be betting the Browns because you're looking like it's a 70% chance. I think it's a 70% chance the Bengals destroy them. Not just cover the spread, like destroy them by 10 plus. I could be wrong, man. Crydog, Brown's going to trade for Bajent. I think we should trade Bajent. Get it while his stock's up a little bit. Max says, yeah, KC, one of the best DTs and Chris Jones, and their edge rusher, but not great. Jets versus Bills is going to be easy money. I'm going to play the live bets. You talking about, like, is that week 2 or something? Nate says, okay, see, you clearly got burned by the Bengals last year, and it's been the last 4 years they've lost, let's be honest. Nate says, I said the same thing last year against New England with the Bengals, and I don't know how they lost that game. I don't know how the Bengals lost 6 of the games they lost last year. They were all, like, close games by a field goal. They did dumb shit. The other team got lucky, some calls. The defense sucked. I get it. I'm just 5.5 is not enough. That's Vegas though. It's not enough points. There's not enough points. James, good point. The Bengals actually had Joe Burrow playing preseason and look great. No way they don't beat the Browns. They not only did they have Joe Burrow playing, they had their entire starters playing, and then Joe Burrow playing a little extra. So they don't. This is their Super Bowl, man. Like this is like the way to set the tone. That's what I'm thinking of it. What does this game mean for the Browns? They know they have no shot at making the playoffs. They have no shot at winning 7 games. Now, could they come out and win the game? I'm not saying they can't. I think this is a 70% chance that the Bengals cover, which, for me, good odds. It's football, right? Good odds. I'd take Burrow, 225 passing. Well, yeah, but the thing is they're both at like 270, so maybe that's going to be even odds. I like the second week games. Looks like the money's going to be made. Going Jets game and Bills game, studying the upcoming week. I like doing that as well, but I got to get some action on week 1. We had to get some action on week 1, right? This is their Super Bowl. Are you talking about the Browns Super Bowl? Probably yes, but Max says, I feel like divisional games, he says, I feel like divisional games rarely have large margins of victory, especially AFC North ball. I get it. That's why the line's not 7.5, right? I took Darnell Washington plus 1,900. Hey-oh, dude. They love Darnell Washington. All right, let's get to the last couple games, though. I love this next game. This might be the hardest game to bet on the slate. Texans at Rams. Rams -3. Over 43.5. I think I would probably lean the Texans in the points here. Now, unfortunately, Christian Kirk is hurt. Braxton Berrios is hurt. I know Berrios is kind of a scrub, but they're going to be leaning on 2 rookie receivers to lead the way there this week. So both teams have good defenses. Both teams have great pass rushes. You also have Matt Stafford playing hurt. Let's be honest. He's playing hurt. First game of Devontae Adams. Where are you guys leaning on this one? +3. Nate says Cardinals team total over. I do like that one, Nate. Now you're speaking my language, bro. I'm going to lay -3 Rams. Book's getting 66% of the money here in Vegas. Adrian is a sharp dude, so I'm just a little worried about Stafford, man. Like, maybe it's been overblown, but he has not, like, practiced, dude. Like, he's been practicing off to the side the whole time. I get it. Matt Stafford's a pro, man. Texans getting 66% of that money. All right. So you're saying that you want to lean the other side. So maybe alt line it to plus to. I would want minus 2.5, unfortunately, because I don't like halving the bet. So minus 2.5 would be like minus 130. Oh, for real, Kevin, you guys are lucky. I stay in California and have to travel Vegas. We don't have sports books. Can you believe that California, the biggest fucking state in the fucking country, doesn't have legal gambling? What are they doing, man? 49ers money line by Nate. Lamar 30 rushing yards, Khalil Shakir 25 receiving yards, Burrow 225, Flacco 175. Ooh. Ooh. That seems locky lock right there, man. What are the odds on that one, dude? Is that like a plus 125 or some shit? Oh, for real, says because of Indian tribes. Fucking Indians. Oh shit, that sounds terrible. California is tripping with no legal sports betting. It's wild. Yeah, and meanwhile, we're getting taxed in Illinois for our fucking bets. Not me. I'm a silver member on DraftKings, luckily, but they don't want it. Yeah, fuck them. That's stupid. All right, so our resident expert, Adrian Kennedy, I'm putting you as a resident expert, says take the Rams -3. Is that a lock or is that just what you're doing? What do we got? Lock? Do we have this as a lock? Because I will place it right now. I do expect this one. It's an information game. Okay. Rams -3. He likes Rams -3. I kind of like that too. But originally I did say Texans, so what do I know? I'm just hosting the show. I'm trying to just, I'm hosting. I'm being the mediator here. I'm trying to have peace in the chat and all that shit. Okay. 28 likes or 28 likes in this video. We are 22 short. We have a couple games left, so we better get on that now. I'm going to give away the free bet if you want money. Texans have no weapons. Wash Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb is to be determined. Don't speak ill of Nick Chubb on this channel. Rams Texan game is a stay away for me too. Too many unknowns. It does seem like a stay away just because of the +3. If it was a 3.5 line, then you kind of just lean whoever, or if it was 2.5 Rams. But our resident expert, Adrian, says 100% he's betting the Rams. I know you are a prop guy. Travion Henderson over rush yards 39.5. He can hit that in 2 carries. Smash that easily. JB, that is a good point. I think the worry there is his workload. Rookie, I think that Stevenson's still going to get 10 or 12 touches. So I think we could predict maybe 9 to 11 carries for Henderson. And unfortunately, I think what I would want to do his combined yards, right? What is his rushing and receiving number? It's probably going to be about 55.5. I think I would like that more. That insulates you. Like if he takes a 60-yard reception to the house, you're probably fucked in that rushing bet. And vice versa if you just bet his receiving. Devontae Adams can get a touchdown. I mean, he always is a very big threat. It's probably only like 165, though, so I don't know if that's good odds. All right, we're moving on to Ravens-Bills. Game of the week, if you ask me, man. Should be Monday Night Football, but it's Sunday Night Football. Ravens -1.5 on the road, over under 50.5. What is our resident gambling expert, Adrian Kennedy? Hey, Kennedy, you're a drink. Kennedy, what do you have to say about this one? What do you think? JB, good call. If he can't hit 40 rush yards on 9 or 10 carries, that is a good call. Man, Ravens got hit tomorrow. If you're not 9K down, wow. Bills getting 50% here in Vegas. So he's saying Ravens. He's saying Ravens. I might have to go on the Rams here. What I think I'm going to hope is that tomorrow, when I wake up or like before game time, that Rams goes down to 2.5. Then I'll definitely hit that. So I'm thinking that will happen. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe it'll go up to 3.5. Ravens -1.5 for me here. That's Adrian. Okay. Over 50.5. I would probably lean the under here, man. I know 2 explosive offenses is a high point total. Going to be a close game, so overtime's a possibility, but Ravens will keep it close for sure. But after halftime, it's the Bills. I feel like the Bills need this game. 3,300, Kennedy says. Adrian Brewer's money line tomorrow. and the Texans game. I can see that. All right, we're moving on to the last game here. We have Vikings at Bears. Vikings minus 1.5, over under 43.5. Now, this one is like the most stay away of stayaways here. Pick them essentially. Rookie, I'm going to still call JJ McCarthy a rookie quarterback. We have question marks there. Great defense for the Vikings against the revamped offense on the Bears. What do we got? What are we thinking here? We have any thoughts? Anyone? Bueller? It's tough. Man, we're not going to get to our goal. Next week, we're going to get to it. Next week, I'll up it, though. We're going to up it to $20 next week. Under 43.5 for this game. I kind of like that, James. I kind of like that. The Bueller thing, Cry? Yeah, you know me. I'm on Vikings minus 1. Bears getting 80% of the money here in Vegas. I could see the Bears being heavily bet on. So Vikings minus 1.5, but it's Minnesota. This one, dude, this is a stay away for me. I mean, I'm going to bet a prop or some type of same game parlay, a small $10 wager or something, but I don't think I'm risking any of my not hard-earned money on this one. All right, it's about to wrap it up here, boys. It is pretty late here, 2:41 Central Time. I have been drinking since like 5. I'm going to be on 10 o'clock Central, 10 a.m. Central for Start Sit. That is a fantasy show where we're going to answer your questions, go through some matchups, all that tasty-ass shit. Let's just do $10 picks. All right, good night and good luck. Thanks, Adrian. Adrian, the resident gambler here. I appreciate his insight. That's awesome. Hunter G says Lamar. That's his same or his combined parlay here. Lamar 30 yards, Shakir 25 yards, Flacco 150, Burrow 225 is plus 130, but adding Bengals money line makes it plus 210. Ooh. What loses that parlay? Lamar rushing 30? Is that the most likely? Or Bengals money line? Bills, Packers, Texans parlay. That's so many like close games though. I mean, I don't think I'll fuck with that. I like the Hunter G that plus 210 one. That's pretty juicy, man. That is pretty fucking juicy. All right, I gotta get off. I appreciate everyone. Unfortunately, we did not hit our goal of 50 likes and 50 subscribers. We got 40 subs, 30 likes. Next week I'll double it. We'll do a $20 free bet. We got to get the 50 likes. We got to get the 50 subscribers. You choose your bet. Whoever I choose, I'll pay it out on Venmo. That'll be fun. But I am out of here. Cry Dog, love you, man. Good hit on that. Cry Dog predicted the first 4 touchdowns of the NFL season on a massive, massive parlay. He should be fucking hosting this show. What am I doing, man? What am I doing? Although I did tell him after the first 3 hit not to cash out. So I think he owes me some money, let's be honest. But I'm happy he won it, and I'm happy he's in the comment section because he's my boy. Very sexy man, quite hairy, but a good dude. I appreciate all you guys for watching. Again, 10 a.m. Central tomorrow if you're a fantasy player. We're going to be doing Q&A, start, sit, all that shit. My boy Story's going to join me. Give me a good time. Games are literally less than 10 hours away. We got about 9 hours till actual NFL football, red zone, all those games, right in your face, coming all over your face. Let's go.